I'm Natasha Busst, and this is Nightline. The top stories. Government committed to prosperous future for Malaysia. And early schooling aid extended to Form 6 students. Various strategic plans have been successfully implemented, driving the country's economic growth throughout this year and will continue to deliver long-term prosperity to both the people and the nation. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim assured that the government will continue to work hard in the coming years to drive the nation's future forward. In a Facebook post titled 2024 Highlights, Soaring Economy, Abundant Prosperity, Anwar outlined several of the country's key national achievements and projects implemented throughout this year. Among these is a digital economy investment, which saw 254.7 billion ringgit approved from January to September 2024 and is expected to create 159,000 new jobs. This investment is set to drive technology-based economic growth and position Malaysia as Southeast Asia's digital hub. Malaysia's semiconductor industry was also strengthened by Infineon's 30.1 billion ringgit investment in Kedah to build the world's largest 200mm silicon carbide powder fabrication plant, creating 4,000 new jobs. Aside from attracting global investors and boosting exports, the government is also prioritizing green energy with the launch of the Korean Integrated Green Industrial Park, KIGIP, in Perak. This 267.09-hectare solar farm will be developed through a strategic partnership between SD Guthrie Berhad and Permodalan Nasional Berhad. To promote socio-economic balance, the Bumiputra Economic Transformation Plan, Putra 35, was introduced, aiming to boost Bumiputra economic participation through targeted initiatives for greater socio-economic justice. The country's economy is also being driven by the private sector. Through the Public-Private Partnership Master Plan, PIKAS 2030, the government aims for public-private partnership projects to contribute 82 billion ringgit to Malaysia's gross domestic product, GDP, by 2030. The Early Schooling Aid BAP initiative will be extended to Form 6 students starting from the 2025 to 2026 academic session, with each student receiving 150 ringgit. Education Minister Fadlina Siddiq stated that this move is expected to benefit over 100,000 students. According to Fadlina, the BAP will be distributed to
pertama kalinya dalam sejarah dan kita mahu anak-anak negara tanam kita terus bersemangat.
She said this to the media after attending the 100th anniversary celebration of SJKT Ladang Tumbuk in Kuala Langat, Selangor on Sunday. Fadlina also expressed hope that government initiatives such as the BAP can help students achieve excellence and ensure access to education for all. She also highlighted that Form 6 education is crucial as it serves as a post-Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM pathway for students. The distribution of the aid also reflected the Madani government's concern towards easing the financial burden of parents and guardians as they prepare for their children's schooling needs. In October, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, when tabling the 2025 budget in the Dewan Rakyat, announced that the BAP would continue with nearly 800 million ringgit allocated for 5.2 million students from Year 1 to Form 5, regardless of their parents' income. The Health Ministry MOH does not take lightly the resignation of more than 6,000 doctors over the past 5 years. Its Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad said the number included 3,200 contract medical officers who resigned to transition to permanent positions, along with some who moved into the academic field. In a post on his Facebook account on Saturday, Dr. Zulkifli said that he is fully aware that the MOH lacks staff, resulting in some personnel having to bear the burden of duties more than other colleagues. However, he medical officers, both permanent and contract, have resigned from 2019 to 2023. In Sarawak, the remand of a 23-year-old man suspected of murdering Nurul Asikin Lan, whose decomposed body was found in a drain in Tabuan Jaya, Kuching recently, has been extended for another 7 days until December 29th. This follows the expiry of the initial remand period on Sunday. The extension of the remand period was granted by Kuching High Court Senior Assistant Registrar Nur Shahika Nazwa Razali. This is to enable the police to carry out further investigations into the murder case, which is being conducted under Section 302 of the Penal Code. 28-year-old Nurul Asikin was reported missing on December 5th after leaving her home with a man she had just met. It was reported that the suspect, who was arrested on December 14th, confessed to killing the woman. He then led the police to the location of the body, which had been disposed of in a drain along Jalan Setir Raja. DNA tests confirmed that the body belonged to the victim. Sarawak Police Commissioner Datuk Mancha Atta stated that the suspect admitted to committing the murder because he needed funds to attend a football match in Phnom Penh, Cambodia on December 8th and had taken the victim's jewellery, specifically a gold bracelet and earrings, to pawn for money. The remains of the murder victim was laid to rest at the Samariang Muslim Cemetery in Putrajaya last Thursday. The police are still actively tracking the suspects involved in a brawl at the Bandar Tasik Selatan Light Rail Transit LRT station in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. Cheras Police Chief ACP Aidul Bol Hassan said that they are still in the process of gathering information and identifying the suspects through photos and recordings of the incident. In a statement on Sunday, Aidul said that so far no witnesses have come forward to assist in the investigations. He added that the train involved in the incident is currently not in service and is at the depot for evaluation by the operator. In addition, the trash bins and signages, which were thrown and used as weapons during the incident, have been replaced on the affected platform. On Saturday, a video of the brawl on the LRT platform at the station went viral on social media. The incident involved around 20 to 30 individuals believed to be rival football supporters who were travelling back from the Bukit Jalil National Stadium following the ASEAN Mitsubishi Electric Cup match between Malaysia and Singapore. However, auxiliary police personnel managed to defuse the brawl and escorted the group out of the station. A family's journey from Bandar Jengka to Jerantut in Pahang turned into a harrowing experience when their car was struck by a tire which had detached from a trailer. The car driver, 28-year-old Muhammad Afiq Shahmi Muhammad Ramlan, said there were 3 passengers in the car, including his wife and daughter, when the incident occurred. Recounting the terrifying ordeal, Afiq said it happened along Jalan Jerantut Maran near the Sungai Salan Bridge at around 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. He explained that the incident happened in an instant as his car passed a trailer travelling on the opposite lane.
Bila saya selisih dengan lori tu, tayar tu memang dia terbang nak nampak tak nampak juga, tapi sebab dia on the spot daripada lane kanan tu, mungkin tayar tu dah bergolek dekat belakang lori, saya tak tahu. Tapi dia still lagi belakang lori, saya tak nampak. Tiba-tiba dia datang terus, attack ke kereta.
The incident was captured on a dashboard camera from another vehicle travelling along the same route. It is understood that the trailer driver involved was unaware that his tire had become detached and continued on his journey. However, he was eventually chased down by other road users. A police report was then lodged by both drivers. Afiq is grateful that he and his family did not suffer any injuries, but his car was severely damaged as a result of the incident. Meanwhile, Jerantut Police Chief Superintendent Zukri Muhammad said that an investigation has been initiated under Rule 94 of the Road Traffic Rules. A summons has also been issued to the involved trailer driver. In Johor, 2 foreign nationals were injured while attempting to escape a fire that broke out and razed 3 shop lots in Kulai on Sunday. One of the victims sustained a fractured leg jumping to safety, whereas the condition of the other remains unknown. The District Fire and Rescue Department received a distress call at 9:38 a.m. and promptly dispatched units from the Bandar Baru Kulai, Skudai, Kempas and Senai fire stations to the scene. Upon arriving 4 minutes later, firefighters found the fire had completely engulfed the 3 adjoining shop lots, destroying about 90% of the structure. The blaze was brought under control and fully extinguished by 2:15 p.m., while both victims were transported to the Temunggung Sri Maharaja Tun Ibrahim Hospital for treatment. The cause of the fire and the total losses are still being investigated. In Sabah, at least 111 houses were damaged, with several collapsing after an early morning storm and strong winds wreaked havoc in Semporna on Sunday. The storm occurred at between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. and affected 4 water villages. Semporna Fire and Rescue Station Chief Mazlan Sarman said the firefighters were deployed to the scene after they were alerted to the incident at 6:21 a.m. The worst hit village was Kampung Selamat, where 68 homes and a mosque were severely damaged. In Kampung Sejati, 24 houses were also damaged, while 2 others collapsed. 10 houses in Kampung Sri Aman were also affected, while 9 houses and a surau were damaged in Kampung Batu. The strong winds also caused power outages at several homes. 20 vehicles were also damaged after being struck by structural debris that were blown away by the strong winds. No casualties were reported. Rescuers have conducted inspections around the affected water villages to ensure there were no other hazards. The Semporna District Disaster Management Committee has declared the incident a disaster. A temporary relief center has also been opened at the Bubul Ria People's Housing Program to shelter the storm victims. As Christmas approaches in Malaysia, the air is filled with a sense of joy and anticipation, with one key element of the celebration being the special holiday dishes. Much like other festive occasions in the country, Christmas would not be the same without its traditional treats, and the gingerbread cookie is a standout favorite. Nightline's Muhammad Nadir Asfar has the report.
Christmas celebrations in Malaysia may not feature snow or chilly weather, but they are still filled with warmth, generosity and love. Malaysians who celebrate Christmas have beautifully adapted the traditions of the holiday to suit their surroundings. The celebration is often marked with shopping malls being decked out with decorations and lights, and streets adorned with huge pine trees. Many make the journey home to be with loved ones, bringing with them the comforting embrace of home-cooked meals and festive treats that reflect the nation's diverse cultural heritage. Apart from the festive decorations and family gatherings, one treat that has become a staple of the holiday season is the gingerbread cookie. Though traditionally associated with colder climates, gingerbread has found its place in Malaysia's Christmas celebrations, adding its sweet and spicy warmth to the festive atmosphere. For Selina Joseph, a cooking instructor at TCH Foodworks, the Christmas theme biscuit signifies more than just food. It symbolizes the core values of the celebration itself.
I think it just brings back a sense of togetherness, a sense of thinking about your childhood, about something that bonds people together. And I think gingerbread man, apart from just being a cookie, it is a time of celebration, a time of love, a time where people come together and be thankful. And it doesn't really matter whether we are in a multiracial country. I think everybody, when they see a gingerbread man, you make you feel loved. I think food is something that's universal over the world. Whenever you have food, it's always about family, it's always about love, you know, it's always about, it just gives you that warm, cozy feeling where you just feel love and everything else doesn't matter.
Selina also highlighted the distinct characteristics of gingerbread cookies in Malaysia.
So in Malaysia, we have abundance of ginger, and I think we use this fresh ginger grated into the gingerbread dough. That what brings out the flavor of the ginger, and also people will start to decorate them in local designs, local character. They may put a little twist, maybe a gingerbread man with sarong or wearing a sari or something like that. So I think that is how the bond is different in Malaysia.
Baking gingerbread cookies can also be a fun and inclusive tradition, easily enjoyed by people of all ages. whether they are experienced cooks or trying it for the first time. Gingerbread biscuits have become a delightful addition to Malaysia's Christmas celebration, blending Western traditions with local creativity. Their growing popularity also reflects the vibrant multicultural spirit where festive treats unite people in the joy of the season. I'm Muhammad Nadir Asfar for Nightline TV3.
The Christmas festive spirit is in full swing, with major shopping malls buzzing with thousands of visitors, including international tourists. Many are using the opportunity to complete last-minute preparations, taking advantage of year-end promotional offers. As Christmas draws nearer, shopping malls have become a bustling hub, especially for Christians finalizing their preparations by purchasing decorations, food, and new clothing. Visitors are also taking the opportunity to unwind and enjoy quality time with their families. They remarked that the Christmas celebrations in the capital feel livelier this year, enhanced by the unique and captivating decorations adorning the malls.
So beautiful. The decorations everywhere, that's amazing. Yeah. I really love it. And there's many people, so that's really nice.
I feel very excited. And I can't wait for it to be Christmas. I think it's good and it's different from China.
Aside from exploring the malls, visitors were also seen taking the chance to capture memorable photos with the eye-catching Christmas decorations on display.
It's so nice. I'm spending most of the time in malls only to see the decorations. I took a lot of photos, so many videos as well.
My aim for this year, I guess it's just to be a better version of myself. Yeah, it's pretty vague, but I guess it's the goal that I have. Yeah.
Some tourists also shared their excitement about celebrating Christmas in Malaysia this year, not only to escape the winter chill from their home countries, but also to enjoy a change of scenery. A few even felt that the Christmas celebrations in Malaysia were more vibrant and festive than those back home. Sri Pahang storm into last four. Actions from Malaysia Cup after this breather.
Saksikan Kopi Soda One in a Million untuk peluang memenangi sebuah Peugeot Landtrek setiap minggu, setiap Ahad bermula 22 Disember hingga 2 Februari. Tonton dan ikuti langkah mudah ini. Imbas kod QR yang tertera di sepanjang rancangan dan jawab soalan-soalan yang diberikan. Maklumat lanjut di tonton.com.my Kopi Soda OIAM TV3. Kopi Soda One in a Million, sejuta soda, satu juara.
Risiko menempuh ranjau jenayah.
Tempat tu macam tenang aja, macam tak ada apa-apa je. Itu dulu Fani. Sekarang ni tempat tu memang dah jadi tempat pot dadah.
Dan berundur bukanlah pilihan terakhir mereka.
Lokasi-lokasi ni kita kena gandakan ondaan.
Orang macam korang lah mencemar imej polis, tahu tak? Ambisiku.
Polis Peronda setiap Jumaat 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Keadaan mula tenang, tak ada apa-apa. Tiba-tiba benda tu meletup. Saya rasa panas.
Ramai orang awam bertindak agresif dengan membaling batu, menendang dan memanjat kenderaan, memancitkan tayar dengan pisau.
Setiap OKU dia berlain-lain ability. Daripada kicking guna kaki, bela guna tangan, breaststroke.
Saya macam terkejut jugalah. Dia boleh pergi buat aktiviti scuba tu dengan keadaan tangan satu kan.
Kebanyakan mereka menjadi sukarelawan disebabkan niat ingin membantu.
Istimewa di MHI, aktiviti tradisional lastik kini mendapat perhatian.
Pernah tengok kami tetip dan kulat yang melekat pada dinding? Ketahui kesannya kepada kesihatan.
Caj perubatan meningkat mungkin akan memberi kesan kepada segelintir masyarakat.
Fenomena ikan paus dijumpai di perairan Malaysia. Petanda baik, ekosistem marin negara terpelihara.
Dan dalam soal wang, cara untuk membeli saham ketahuilah selok-beloknya.
Saksikan MHI Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Juga di aplikasi Tonton hanya di
TV3.
We're back with sports football, the Malaysia Cup. Sri Pahang FC stormed into the semi-finals with a 4-3 aggregate despite being held to a 3-3 draw by Perak FC in their second leg clash at home on Sunday. The hosts wasted no time taking the lead just 5 minutes into the game through Manuel Hidalgo, but the visitors quickly equalized 4 minutes later with a goal from their captain, Wan Zak Haikal Wan Noor. Sri Pahang regained their lead in the 30th minute when Hidalgo calmly converted from the spot following a foul inside the box. However, Jesper Nyholm leveled the score 2-2 for Perak in the 41st minute before Hidalgo completed his hat-trick by converting another penalty just before the interval. The visitors upped their tempo in the second half with substitute Ahmad Daniel Hakimi Ahmad Azmil equalizing the score in the 54th minute to make it 3-3. The scoreline remained until the final whistle, and Fandi Ahmad's team is set to face either Sabah FC or Kuching City FC for a place in the final. Still on football, the German Bundesliga. Patrick Schick scored 4 goals as Bayer Leverkusen routed Freiburg 5-1 at home on Saturday to keep the pressure on league leaders Bayern Munich over the winter break. Leverkusen dominated the game but needed patience before Schick broke the deadlock with a chip over Freiburg's goalkeeper just before the interval. Florian Wirtz doubled their lead 6 minutes into the second half with a brilliant strike into the near post from a narrow angle. Vincenzo Grifo pulled one back for the visitors 4 minutes later, but Wirtz floated in a precise cross for Schick to head Leverkusen's third in the 67th minute. The 28-year-old Czech then completed his hat-trick in the 74th minute, again thanks to Wirtz's smart play inside the box. Schick scored again with a header from a corner 3 minutes later to seal the 5-1 rout for the defending champions. The win saw Leverkusen stay 4 points behind Bayern after its 8th straight win across all competitions. Moving to tennis, the 2024 Next Gen ATP Finals. Joao Fonseca delivered a semi-final clinic on Saturday, defeating Luca van Asch in straight sets to book his spot in the final. The 18-year-old Brazilian raced past Van Asch 4-2, 4-2, 4-1 to book his championship match spot at the 20 and under event in Jeddah. The number 145 in the PIF ATP rankings, Fonseca overwhelmed Van Asch in just an hour to set up a meeting with Leonard Tien in the final for the trophy. Earlier, Tien became the third American to reach the final as he defeated longtime friend Alex Michelsen 2-4, 4-2, 1-4, 4-love, 4-1. Michelsen and Tien have developed a strong friendship in the past decade, training together in California and competing in fortnight battles and table tennis duels. However, their off-court relationship was put to one side in Saudi Arabia, where they produced an entertaining battle in front of a lively crowd. Turkey helicopter crash leaves 4 dead. The details when Nightline returns.
Istimewa di MHI, aktiviti tradisional lastik kini mendapat perhatian.
Pernah tengok kami tiap-tiap dan kulat yang melekat pada dinding? Ketahui kesannya kepada kesihatan.
Caj perubatan meningkat mungkin akan memberi kesan kepada segelintir masyarakat.
Fenomena ikan paus dijumpai di perairan Malaysia. Petanda baik, ekosistem marin negara terpelihara.
Dan dalam soal wang, cara untuk membeli saham ketahuilah selok-beloknya.
Saksikan MHI Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Juga di aplikasi tonton hanya di
TV3.
Saksikan Kopi Soda One in a Million untuk peluang memenangi sebuah Peugeot Landtrek setiap minggu, setiap Ahad bermula 22 Disember hingga 2 Februari. Tonton dan ikuti langkah mudah ini. Imbas kod QR yang tertera di sepanjang rancangan dan jawab soalan-soalan yang diberikan. Maklumat lanjut di tonton.com.my/Kopi Soda OIAM TV3. Kopi Soda One in a Million, sejuta soda, satu juara.
Premis makanan, punca pencemaran.
Apa you buat ni?
Masuk ke longkang dah tersumbat dah.
Kata.
Pencuri elektrik diburu.
Bila operation ni maksudnya dia curi lah. Ya.
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Kucing anda ada personality superstar?
Inilah masa si comel sertai pertandingan Cat Fashion Week. Hantar video 1 minit paling bergaya. Email ke kontes@tv3.com.my atau muat naik ke media sosial sebelum 31 Disember. Jangan lupa hashtag kucing terpilih bakal melangkah ke pusingan seterusnya dengan hadiah menarik. Info lanjut di TV3 Malaysia. Jadikan si bulus anda super meowdel terfamous.
On to the foreign front. 2 U.S. Navy pilots were shot down over the Red Sea on Sunday in an apparent friendly fire incident, marking the most serious incident to threaten troops in over a year of America targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels. Both pilots were recovered alive after ejecting from their stricken aircraft, with one suffering minor injuries. In a statement, U.S. Central Command confirmed a friendly fire incident over the Red Sea, stating that the guided missile cruiser USS Gettysburg, part of the USS Harry S. Truman Carrier Strike Group, mistakenly fired on and hit the FA-18 aircraft flying off the USS Harry S. Truman. It is not clear whether the downed aircraft had been involved in the Yemen operation. The incident came after the U.S. carried out a series of airstrikes against a missile storage site and command facilities in the Yemeni capital Sana'a, operated by Houthi rebels. It also hit multiple Houthi drones and an anti-ship cruise missile over the Red Sea. An uncontained bushfire raging in Australia's Victoria state that has prompted an evacuation order for hundreds of residents is expected to burn for several days. Victoria's Emergency Services Agency announced on Sunday that the order to leave immediately, set at the highest danger rating, remained in place for the fire in and around Grampians National Park, about 241 kilometers west of state capital, Melbourne. According to the country fire authority, the fire, which has now consumed 34,000 hectares of bush, still has a significant amount of unburned fuel in the Grampians, presenting a considerable challenge for the coming days. The blaze, sparked on Tuesday by lightning, prompted authorities on Saturday to urge residents of several rural towns, such as Halls Gap, to evacuate. Hundreds of firefighters have also battled the bushfire using more than 100 tankers and 25 aircraft. At least 4 people were killed in southwest Turkey on Sunday when an ambulance helicopter collided with a hospital building and crashed into the ground. According to the Health Ministry, the helicopter was taking off from the Muğla Training and Research Hospital, carrying 2 pilots, a doctor and another medical worker. Muğla's regional governor said the helicopter first hit the 4th floor of the hospital building before crashing into the ground. No one inside the building or on the ground was hurt. The cause of the accident, which took place during heavy fog, was being investigated. The accident comes just 2 weeks after 6 soldiers were killed when 2 helicopters collided during an army training exercise in Turkey's southwestern Isparta province. At least 38 people were killed in a bus crash in southeastern Brazil in what President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva called a terrible tragedy. According to police data cited by local media, the accident in Minas Gerais state on Saturday, involving a bus that caught fire in the collision, is the worst seen on Brazil's federal highways since 2007. Authorities said the bus, which reportedly left Sao Paulo carrying 45 passengers, blew a tire, causing the driver to lose control and crash into a lorry. Another car then collided with the bus, causing it to burst into flames. After removing all of the victims from the site, the state's fire department reported that 38 people, including the bus driver, had been confirmed dead. A further 13 people were taken to hospitals. And that concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look at the best, bizarre and brilliant moments from this year. From madcap classics and daring individual feats to two-wheeled supremacy across a variety of terrains and many other tricks, 2024 delivered a visual and energetic spectacle across a multitude of formats. With that, I'm Natasha. Thank you for watching and stay safe.